All right, family. We live once again with your general. You already know what time it is. We got some more five for you. We're gonna be talking about the deadly Hantavrius. Wow, another one is upon us. Another even more deadly than the coronavirus by far. Is back in the air, and so we want to know what the government gonna be doing about it. But before we get started, make sure you get over to my Patreon. Click that link at the top of the chat. Man, we got it right here for you. We got the Children of the Sun. I want you to get in there. Most definitely check it out. This is one mind-blowing presentation. The visuals is off the chain. The teachings from the general is already immaculate. So you already know you in for a hell of a ride connecting to Black divinity. But let's get right on in here, family. They got a ship down there off the coast of South Africa, the tip of South Africa, I believe, and I believe three people have already died. And so obviously it's a rat infested disease, a zoonotic disease coming from these rats. And like, I mean, all of them damn near come from the rat. They filthy. They're not doing what's necessary, and in order for these rodents to get on the ship, they're not doing enough to keep these ships and these infested ass rats wherever they coming from. And they getting on these ships with these people, and they spreading this shit. And before long, you got a damn pandemic. They saying this shit right here is like 35 to 50%. You catch that shit, it's almost, nigga. If you ain't on that shit like almost immediately, you might as well go and get your insurance papers out if you got some. You know what I'm saying? If listen to me, if you catch the Hanta virus, nigga, you might as well just go on and put you a GoFundMe up. Go on, throw you a GoFundMe up, nigga, cause you gonna need a casket. You gonna need a casket, nigga, or 300,000 dollars in medical costs to try to save your ass. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they saying this shit is yeah, the Hunter Biden disease. Or whatever you want to call that motherfucker. I hope they better do whatever they can to uh keep that shit about the United States. I tell you that. Cause man, and I want to know. I mean, ain't nobody talking about this shit. They supposed to be stepping up real and telling us what the fuck is going on. They always lackadaisical because and for you sitting up and niggas sitting up here looking at the Iran shit and for long nigga out of nowhere. One of them motherfuckers they better find the source of this motherfucking virus immediately. Where did it come from? Because it didn't just start on that damn ship. Wherever that ship came from, it don't mean it could have docked somewhere and the roads got on there. You understand? So you have to find out the source of where them damn rats came from passing, and it had to get in the food. What they do, shit in the food or something, or you know what I'm saying? That's nasty to them, or in the water. How did that shit, how did they, but because a zoonotic disease could be airborne, it could move by spores and shit. You know what I'm saying? So just breathing some shit, man. You could catch that shit. Yeah. You say why every time Trump is in office a deadly virus pops up. Yeah, you ain't lying, but that shit was that corona was already on the motherfucker. Shit, the coronavirus was already on the motherfucker. The corona came under Biden. You see what I'm saying? Shit. Yeah, the corona. No, not Biden, but was it Biden? No, it was Obama. Or was it Obama? One of them motherfuckers. The one before him. Yeah, because he came in the office, but it was already on the motherfucker. Yeah. Or was it? Yeah, it popped off around what was it? Was it December? Something like that. I don't know. You might be right, my Ray. But I thought it was in there. It was 2020. Okay. Yeah, 2020. But that virus was already in the air. You know what I'm saying? That virus was already in the air because it was who gave them motherfuckers over there Wuhan and them who gave them motherfuckers that they gave them a what you call it? They gave them a grant. Yeah, they gave him. Okay, well that's it. That's his ass then. But you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, they was already had been making that motherfucker before he got in there. I know everybody won't put it on him, but you gotta get to the source of that shit. They was already making that motherfucker. They got the grant from either Obama, because they was already over there. Trump didn't have shit to do that with that part of it. That was motherfucking Obama and them. Yeah, it got out, but the funding for what they was doing, they was already doing that shit before he got in there. I seen the documentary. It was motherfucking Obama gave one of them motherfuckers gave him that grant. They had been over there for a minute. Yeah, they had been over there for a minute in Wuhan. Yeah, they had been over there for a minute. That shit didn't just start. They had been fucking around with that shit for a minute. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was Obama. It was Obama that did it. It was under his administration they gave Wuhan that grant to go over there. But what motherfucking Donald Trump did is he dragged his motherfucking feet. That's what he did. He drug his motherfucking feet. He should have closed the borders on their ass immediately. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He should have closed the borders on them motherfuckers immediately. It should have been closed borders, you know, and shit, real talk. I don't know how, if it would have, I don't know if it would have fucking did, any better, but United States got hit the hardest, man. Yeah, it was yeah, yeah. Oh, it had to been before the boat ride. Yeah, he was calling and yeah, he most definitely fucked up on that. Ain't no damn doubt about it. You know what I'm saying, with that bullshit. That's why it was so fucked up. You know what I'm saying? They should have closed the borders and then immediately shit, motherfucking stay your ass in your own state. You should have stayed, might make motherfuckers, you had to, if you ain't got, get your ass start checking immediately, But that's in hindsight, because nobody knew that shit was gonna jump like that. That was some mind blowing shit. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, he was on some bullshit. I did some research on that motherfucker. I forget his name. All them motherfuckers was Jesuits, man. All of them motherfuckers was Jesuits, man. Biden was a motherfucking Jesuit. The motherfucker head, little short dude who was the head of the WHO, he was a Jesuit. All the motherfuckers, man, was hooked up. I did that. They had the Jesuits had some power in that damn Biden And even under Donald Trump, them Jesuits was in there. I did that some videos on that shit, but yeah, it's crazy, man. Motherfuckers is, and then after having corona and you ain't had nobody step up and say nothing, the fuck is wrong with these motherfuckers, man? They're on that dumb shit too much. Worried about a damn ballroom and some motherfucking some goddamn what's that the UFC coming to the fucking White House and ain't nobody said shit. Yeah, I believe it, nigga. I believe it. I don't know if I caught it, but I know one thing. I had, I caught something. I don't know. I didn't, I don't know. I ain't gonna say I did or I didn't. I didn't go, if I did, I survived it. You know what I'm saying? I survived it. I don't know if it was the flu. I don't know if it was that, but I was able to survive it. You know what I'm saying? It had me feeling like the flu, but I didn't, I didn't have to go to the hospital or nothing. So I don't know but that was when the shit damn near first started. You know what I'm saying? That's damn near when shit first started. But yeah, most definitely, motherfucker, after having that much trauma in the United States, man, they supposed to be almost or already on like red alert about this shit. They should already be ringing the bell like ding ding. It's every motherfucking country in the world should be like, what is going on? What the fuck is going? Get to the bottom of that shit immediately. You understand what I'm saying? Get to the bottom of that shit. Well, you know what? Shit, we had peoples that passed on, man. You know what I'm saying? We had people that passed on. It was most definitely a bad time. We had peoples that passed on. You feel me? And yeah, yeah, you couldn't have funerals and nothing. And that's really what happened on our end. We just had a lot of cremations and shit. You know what I'm saying? A lot of cremations. I ain't never seen that many cremations. You know what I'm saying? But it was a whole lot of cremations, and a lot of people. It's like the thing. They didn't. It's kind of like the thing now. Yeah, well, you got a right to. You got a right to on that end. Ain't no motherfucker. He fucked up. He fucked up bad on that one. He cost a lot of people that shit. It was a pandemic, but he could have did a lot better. We got hit the hardest. We got hit the hardest. They should have at least shut this motherfucker down. And especially on them entry points. Well, you can come in damn near any motherfucking airport. You can come into the interior from somewhere. So it ain't, but most definitely motherfucking ban motherfuckers coming from China. You know what I'm saying? But they need to hurry up and get to the bottom of it. And if motherfuckers don't hear nothing from the government, man, like in a day or so, they bullshit, man. If you don't hear nothing from the government about this shit, man, in a motherfucking day or so, man, motherfuckers should be on their head, man. Straight the fuck up. Like, man, what's taking you so long? I'm surprised ain't no damn reporters. Then they out here talking this bullshit. I wonder why ain't no reporters even saying nothing to this motherfucker about it. But anyway, we gonna stay posted. We own it. You feel what I'm saying? We own this. We gotta keep a red flag up on this one right here. Make sure y'all get over to Patreon, click that link, family, and I'll be right black, Black Pop.